Yay! Congratulations! You have made it to the last PACE. PACE 1144, the last one of 12th grade, and that's quite an accomplishment. When you get to the wisdom pack, and kind of sums up all the wisdom in the 9th through 12th grade PACEs, and then there's a picture here of all of the characters senior year, and they talk about what they're going to do with their life and some words of wisdom that they have to share, some good advice there. So I encourage you to read the wisdom pack and learn some things, reflect on all that you learned and the things that you have grown as you've gone through these PACEs with the characters. Let me give you kind of a heads up about this PACE. This PACE, on the previous year when you got to the end of the course, you had to do a research paper. Remember that? And it was 8, 10, 12 pages long and a lot of resources, and it was a major project. And that was the main preparation for writing college papers, okay? College term papers. You're going to do a project that's a step back from that, similar to that, okay? But not maybe as big. But what we add to this one is that you have to give a public speech. So in a way, you're writing a research paper, and a lot of the steps are very similar. So here on the bottom of page 7, it says you're going to first choose a topic, determine the main purpose of your speech. So you're going to think about who is your audience and why are you giving the speech. Is it to inform, or is it to persuade or motivate them to do something? You do need to do some research, gather some data, and then come up with an outline and then write the body of the speech. So you look at that outline and it is very similar to what's involved in writing a research paper. So you come up with the topic, you come up with a thesis, come up with the outline, and then the main body. And then in this one, you're going to end with, like we said, actually giving the speech. So at some point in here, they do have you do some research, and here they do mention that there are online resources available. And just to be careful and use your personal computer, and maybe even use some audio video, like watching some documentaries or interviewing somebody, and use transcripts of radio or television programs. All of those types of things can be included in the research. Okay, then get here to the end, and it says outlining the speech. Walk through the steps. You need to then have the outline ready to show your supervisor and get that checked before you write the body of the speech. And then here on page 31 is the checklist for the written part of the speech. And then when you do the PACE test, actually part of the PACE test, there is a section for the supervisor to mark off. Here it is. So for the supervisor to mark off the speech, and that's worth 30 points of your PACE test, is the actual presentation of your speech. And there's a rubric, a grading rubric for the teacher of how many points for each of these things. And so they'll use that as you give the speech, perhaps in front of your learning center or your youth group or some other group. So this is another one of those PACEs where you need to be thinking as you begin that you're going to be writing a small research paper, and you can't wait till the end. There's going to be a lot of work. So work through the first sections as quickly as you can, set high goals, and then as you get toward the end, you'll have a little more time to develop your topic, and then set a date with your supervisor when you can present your speech. You don't want to wait until the last day of school to be doing that, so it may need to be done earlier in that week or month. So I hope that you had a good experience with the PACEs, and I know from experience working with students that the PACEs give you a good foundation, and I'm sure you'll be very successful as you go on to college. The Lord bless you.